Welcome back.
Wake up, because it's Tuesday and we're back. Let's go. Hope everybody had a good weekend.
Long weekend, but a lot of stuff happened this weekend. JC, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Just tired. It's been cold down here. I don't know. It's currently like 8 degrees, so I don't know where it is like for you up there. But
Oh God, I don't even want to check. It's about 10. Normally it's -50, but
yeah, I think got to figure out what's wrong with my upstairs heating unit. The main unit's running fine, but the upstairs unit is not on right now, so I got to check the circuit breakers here in a minute.
JC's freezing to death.
Nah, it's fine. It's just a little chilly. I got plenty of blankets.
So yeah, we a lot of stuff happened over the weekend, guys. So
hey, Rom, good morning. Yeah, you're not gonna learn anything from us. Don't come here looking to learn from us. You can learn with us as we learn things, but yeah, definitely don't listen to us about anything because we don't know what we're talking about.
Give yourself some credit. But yeah, so guys, markets had quite the little dip over the weekend. If you were watching the show last week, we kind of talked about this a little bit. We expected to see some volatility, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But once again, prices go down and massive news comes out. So
yep,
we'll get right into the bubbles today. But
here we go.
Come on, guys, we got some big stuff to talk about today. So
yeah, it's lots of breaking news on crypto and Ondo. And let me come over here and hit the button. There you go. Here's our bubbles for the day.
Render bleeding out.
Yeah, it's over. Holy crap! Look at that, $1.80.
So one thing I just really quickly want to draw attention to, guys, it's down 73% for the year. That's a massive, massive drop. But it's up 40% for the month, and it was up much more than that before when it had its little pump. AI is still the narrative. AI is still huge, and it's going to continue to be. And even now, with all of this stuff that we're about to talk about, AI is still a really good entry right now.
Yeah. It's once again, as always, we're not giving you financial advice. We're definitely not financial advisors. I barely passed Econ 101 and 102. So yeah, don't be listening to us for financial advice. We're just talking about things that we see. You should do research, speak with financial advisors that are not us, and do whatever you think is best, not based on anything we say. Because literally, you can see I'm a dude in my own basement wearing a T-shirt. So yeah, don't listen to me.
But
Render's a great buy right now.
But no, guys, it's realistically, we'll get into it here in a second. But a lot of these projects, like JC just said, when people ask me, like, what do I buy? What crypto do I get into? When they're first getting in, it's so overwhelming for new people. And I understand why, because there's hundreds, and these are only the top 50, and there's isn't even a fraction of them. Oh, excuse me, yeah. And, when you do your own research and you actually look into these projects and see what they are doing in the world and like the problems that they're solving, the value behind them, what companies are behind them, that's when you get excited. And that's when you see the value of these. Render's down 74%. I'm going to buy more today because I believe in it long term, and it's because I've done my research on it. So I encourage everybody to do their own research, as they say. But look at Ondo. Down 75%. Why are we looking at this right now?
Ondo is going to be something we talk a lot about for the next 30 minutes. So just pay attention. Again, this is just us commenting on information that we gather as we just kind of look at the news of the day. So that's all this is a running commentary with JC and Reptar. So
with a little degeneracy sometimes. So.
Yeah. And a few unhinged rants from time to time. But yeah, right. So where's let's just do it over here because we got other stuff to talk about. Let's go over here. Let's hit refresh. Just dipped below 3 trillion on the market cap, while gold is on an absolute tear. I'll show you that here in a minute. Gold is over 5,000. I thought it was really funny. Somebody posted, gold beat Ethereum to 5,000, and my response to that is gold's been around for 10,000 years.
And the supply of gold and Ethereum are completely different, but okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I was just agreeing and saying, yeah.
Well, and also on top of that, we see this happen every market cycle. We have these big runs up in tech stocks, gold, these kinds of things, and when they hit all time high, that's when people start looking for new places to put their money. So, and right now, a lot of these AAA projects in crypto are in desperate need of liquidity, and they are going to be scooped within the next couple months for sure.
Yep. And we should we'll talk about the crypto bill. I've got at least one person here saying that the crypto bill may be voted on in the full Senate soon. We'll see. But let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Obviously, you can see here hanging out, right in here. This is those are hourlies. Let me go to the dailies. So we're just hanging out between 85, and we went all the way up to 96. Realistically, we've been hanging out between 85 and 95. Sorry, that's almost 98. Hanging out between, well, this is 84, but you get my point. 85 and 95, that's where we're hanging out right now. That's just it. If you want to play the bounce back and forth longs and shorts, you figure out how to do that. Good luck. I don't do that, but I understand people that do. But that's my problem is, I would be like, okay, it's getting close to 85. We see a good bounce at 85, so I'm going to put an order at 86. And then it would go down to like all the way down here to 80, and be like, well, now I'm stopped out. And then it goes back up to 98, and you're like,
and DJ is we definitely need to get him on the show so he can show us some stuff, because I am definitely guilty of that and leverage trading. But again, guys, it's you take emotion out of it, you stop losses, just be responsible. We'll get an episode about DJ giving some tips and tricks for beginners and stuff. But Bitcoin trading between the wedge that it's been for the past week, so nothing new there.
Nothing new on Bitcoin. It's just going to bounce around. If you're holding for a long term, it's not a bad time to DCA. It's never a bad time to DCA. Even at the top, it's not a bad time to DCA. If you're holding for the long term, if you buy $10 worth of Bitcoin every day, you'll be fine. Here's the Fed. The Fed rate cut is supposed to be tomorrow. It will not. It's 97.2% not going to happen. So
you're telling me there's a chance.
I'm telling you there's a chance. But yeah, Polymarket has it at 99%. It's not going to happen, which is not surprising considering it's supposed to be tomorrow. Although I will say, if you bet the 1% on Polymarket and something happens and they do make a change, you're going to do well in Polymarket. And by the way, if they did make a change last minute tomorrow and did make a rate cut, expect the markets to explode.
Absolutely,
it's not going to happen. But that's just an if then.
Just because you said that, someone's going to clip it and call you a moron.
Yeah, hey, they should. Here you go. So this is the daily on gold. Yesterday, gold got up to $5,111 per ounce.
It's insane. I mean, I personally have been buying precious metals for a while. I think it's a good buy for the same reason I think crypto is a good buy. Just hard assets. But this is going to correct eventually. Stocks don't just go up forever. Nothing does. So people will be looking for a place to roll profits. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't actually own physical precious metal. They own paper gold. They're trading futures. They're trading derivatives. They don't actually own a piece of metal. Like I have a little bit of gold and a little bit of silver. I could go into my safe and pull out a 1 ounce coin and hold it in my hand. It's not something on a computer somewhere.
And people like that.
Something to hold on your computer somewhere is easier to trade. It is really hard for me. I could not, take an ounce of silver or an ounce of gold and take it down to the pawn shop and they would give me $5,000. They're not going to do it because they want to make money. They might give me $4,500.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, but you just cheated me out of $500. And they're like, well, I don't have to buy your stuff. So
and try to go buy a car with a few gold bars. They're not going to accept them.
Some might.
Some might. Well, hey,
I would sell you my car if if you were offering me ounces of gold, I would sell you my car for gold.
Oh, 100%. Well, and apparently, so you can, like the McLaren and the car companies that are now accepting XRP and HBAR and stuff. So who knows? Maybe.
That's right. All right, let's move on to the real purpose of today's show. This is just an update from that Martini guy. The U.S. Senate will vote on the crypto market structure bill today at 3. That's 4.5 hours from now. We'll see. I don't think it's out of markup yet, so this may be the committee may vote on it. I'm not sure, but I did see that, and I've seen some other stuff that some of the objectionable amendments are not going to be put in during the markup, so I think we're okay there. But I just wanted to bring that up first. All right, let's move on to this right here. Ondo Finance and Tokenization.
This is the big one.
Guys, Ondo right now is at 33 cents. It is down almost 75% from all-time highs. All-time highs from right here are almost a 5x.
And as we know, if you've been in crypto for a while, it's not just going to go back to all-time high. It could fail as a project. But this is one of the biggest ISO coins that we've talked about on the channel. I know HBAR and XRP get all of the attention, rightfully so. But Ondo is kind of the black sheep that is no one's really talking about, kind of the same boat as Algo. This is going to be massive, guys. I mean, I don't have to explain to anybody how big these mutual funds, the stock market, all of the real estate market. It is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, all of them combined, and it's all going on chain through Ondo, through HBAR, through all these other projects. But Ondo, as much as I love HBAR, you guys know, Ondo is the leader in the tokenization of assets. And we talked about this on our video, the last one we just posted. Tokenization of assets sounds so boring. But all it really means is taking everything that already exists and migrating it to this new technology, which means that billions of dollars are going to be injected into these projects. So
I lied. That's almost a 7x. It's like about a 6.5x to get up here to 220.
This is one of it. That is a giant head and shoulders. But
sorry,
no, you're good. Because this is the
look at that on the weekly.
Look at that giant head and shoulders, and that guys follow the patterns. They're there and they play out. But we're probably gonna see a insane rip here in Ondo.
So
when people really start realizing what they're doing.
Right, so if that goes there, can I grab this now? No. How do I grab this thing?
Where's DJ when you need him? That's wild. And again, guys, I don't know
how to do this.
Next one.
Sorry.
I didn't even see this one.
I wanted to finish this one here.
100%. So
Tokenization mainstream. Whoop, wrong one. This one. 24/7 New York Stock Exchange. Kind of a big deal. 24/7. We have talked about this when we talked about the Jupiter markets. Like you can buy tokenized stocks on the Phantom wallet on Jupiter right now. You can buy tokenized stocks. Now the New York Stock Exchange is going 24/7. So if you didn't know this, if you're not a stock person, the New York Stock Exchange has traditionally been open from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and that's Eastern time. And if you want to buy, sell, trade stocks on the New York Stock Exchange, you either have to be in the U.S. or your broker has to have be doing stuff in the U.S. Like guys in. I think what they mentioned on Jupiter, on the Jupiter stuff we talked about, was like, a random farmer in Nigeria could not get on and buy stocks from the New York Stock Exchange. But you know what? They can pull out their phone, go to the Jupiter, the Phantom wallet, and go to Jupiter and be like, I just bought a tokenized version of Tesla.
And that sounds great, but it's so much more than that, guys. The stock market is not accessible to everyone. It's even intimidating for some people to get into. And this is creating a way where, like JC just said, the random farmer in Nigeria can, you know, buy Nvidia or whatever stock he wants. And I love the chat Mark just brought up. No more weekend manipulation. Again, if you guys are new to the stock market or anything like that, it closes during the weekend and people stack buys, they stack sells, and then when the markets open, the markets react. And they've used this to, how do I say this lightly, manipulate and control everything. And it's finally, the idea of blockchain has always been to make things decentralized and fair. So it's taking this industry that is worth so much and making it more fair and accessible to everyone. So that's really the big takeaway from these guys.
Right, and this is from Ondo Finance's official page, but they're talking about the Forbes article highlighting Ondo's role in validating tokenized assets. Validation, like otherwise anybody can put anything up. It has to be. That's the beautiful thing about NFTs, non-fungible tokens. That does not mean a beautiful picture of a monkey. That is a non-fungible token, but that right there, you see the monkey. That's a Bored Ape. I have one. That is an NFT. All Bored Apes are NFTs, but not all NFTs are Bored Apes. Not all NFTs are just pieces of work. A non-fungible token can be a token that represents anything. And if it's non-fungible, that means it cannot be changed or edited.
It is unique. Every crypto, every HBAR is the same as every other HBAR token. That is not true with things like NFTs, which again are essentially the same thing, just a little packet of data. But as JC just said, it's differentiated in some type of way. So they are essentially using NFTs to represent the stocks. And as you know, you make a great point, JC. You know, people look at NFTs like they're just these pictures. And
that was testing the technology.
Exactly. And there are still some NFT projects that are still doing very well. And it's not because people like the picture. It's because they do something valuable,
or they represent something, or they give you something. They give you access to something, or they represent your ownership stake in something. I don't have 20K Ondo tokens. I need some stuff to roll into profit.
Yeah. Can we do a price prediction real quick? We never do price prediction. We'll pull up the chart. We'll do it for just a second here, guys. Just I really just want to kind of check out the market cap. So I'm going to move us over real quick. Okay, so we're currently at around 32 cents for Ondo. It does look like the total supply is released, yeah, and
about half.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, I didn't see that.
Well, it says circulating supply. Sometimes. And I wish this were calculated a little better. Sometimes the circulating supply does not include the locked supply, and sometimes it does. So this could either be 4.86 has been issued, and there's still 5.14 in reserve, or it could also mean 4.86 is circulating and almost 2 billion is locked up. So the total that's been released is closer to 7 or 6.8 or whatever, and that leaves 32%, 3.2 billion left. It just depends on how they're calculating it, but it is not all of the Ondo tokens have not been released yet.
And really, all that means, guys.
Thank you, Ice. Here we go.
Yeah, if essentially right now, if the rest of the tokens were to be released, just to make the math easy, we're at almost 5 billion Ondo. If they release the other 5 billion, the price would be cut in half, because it is literally just the supply, or it is the total amount of money divided by the supply of the token. So, we got to keep that in mind. But I really don't think, between $6 and $10 is out of the realm of possibility for Ondo, just because
you can see, even if there still needs to be 5 billion released, almost 2 billion is locked. And that means it's staked, or it's in escrow, or it is locked up, or maybe it's, I don't know if Ondo is in any ETF packages yet, so that may not apply there. But
I'm sure it will be, just because it is an ISO. Um, and again, guys, the ISO 2022 tokens, I'll try and pull up a chart here in a second because I got a good one, but um, they're the chosen ones that the U.S. government is probably going to allow to do what they're trying to do. So,
Yep.
but yeah,
Back.
20k Ondo tokens, at $6-7, that's a good buy for sure. Ooh,
I would say 20K at 30 cents right now would be what, $6,000, and if it goes back to $2,
20x,
you're at 40 grand.
not a bad get on a safe project, no less. Why do all the founders look like aliens? I mean, look at the founder of HBAR and tell me he doesn't look like an alien.
For real. Brian Armstrong,
They're, it's weird. And
Elon Musk,
Vitalik.
Vitalik Buterin, yeah. SBF look like one, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Swift doubling down on tokenization. This is from Ondo Finance again. Swift is going to be at the Ondo Summit on starts February 3rd. So obviously we'll talk about. Yeah, I hear you, Ice. It is. I bought my current stack. I haven't had Ondo very long. I bought my current stack at 42 cents. So
and
if I
still
had
have
some,
to be holding.
and it's in my little trading account. It's not in my ledger that I don't touch. So I don't know. So yeah, Ondo partnering with Swift could be a big deal. More. So here you go. From January 20th, BlackRock. Go here. Let's put us back over here. So this is bigger.
Oh, yep.
BlackRock, Goldman Sachs. Maybe you've heard of them. The White House and other key leaders will define how tokenization reshapes finance at the Ondo Summit. So this is what's coming up. Well, obviously, we will be paying attention to this to see what's going on, to see what happens, to see what information we need to bring you. But just be aware that these big boys, BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, are going to be at the Ondo Summit. So this is from Chad Steingraber. Yes. Forbes, talking about the Forbes article. If you can't own SpaceX or OpenAI, tokenization could be the next best thing.
There is, if you guys go on Twitter at all or look at the news right now, this is everywhere. This is a really big deal. Again, HBAR, XRP, great projects. We love them here. But Ondo is very, very slept on and very underrated. And it's awesome to see it finally making big moves and getting attention for sure.
Yeah. What else have I got on Ondo here? By the way, Ondo holds $2 billion of tokenized treasury bills.
Billy.
That's more than Securitize. That's more than Circle. That's more than Franklin Templeton.
Circle.
It's more than Fidelity. Oh, by the way, did you see Tether came out with USAT? It's basically their US compliant version of Tether. Instead of USDT, they're doing USAT. Tether has made a United States compliant stablecoin.
They have to play ball just like everyone else. Crypto's been very much like this freedom, Wild West kind of thing. But if they want the big money to play, they gotta kind of cooperate.
The U.S. is the U.S. is the biggest market. That's just the bottom line. The U.S. market has the most money. If you want to make money, you go where the money is. This is from
$1 trillion, man.
Look at this. This is from Kathy Woods at ARK Invest said tokenized assets could exceed $11 trillion by 2030. That's a 50 to 58,000% increase from today's tokenized asset market. Tokenized asset market currently 19 to 22 billion.
And again, a lot of these projects we're talking about, guys, they're in the 1 billion range. There is so much price potential for these projects, and
a trillion is 1,000 billion.
These are numbers that people can't even comprehend. And if you hit even a 5,000% increase on
that's a 50x, guys.
It's
a 50,000% increase is a 500x. 500. And we're saying, oh, that project can't 10x. Really? Really?
We're saying it's going to 20x conservatively because we don't want to get roasted in the comments in about 6 months.
Yeah.
But
Look, this is it. Sovereign debt, bank deposits, public equities going on chain. Find the projects that are going to make this happen. Find the infrastructure. Own the railroad. Forget owning the coal that is moving across the railroad. Own the railroad.
And I do have a helpful cheat sheet for anybody that wants to look into more of these RWA coins and what they're actually doing. JC, I just sent it in our chat. If there's a way that you can pull that up, these are all of the ISO compliant tokens. And I say ISO over and over again. Basically, just remember these are compliant with the U.S. government, and they are quite literally reshaping not only the financial system but all of the other industries that these projects are involved with. So if you're looking for projects that are mostly safe, and I say that with a very big asterisk inside because nobody really knows, but these are probably the least risky things that you could be buying right now.
There you go.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys, you can pause the video or whatever. We're gonna kind of skip through this real quick, but just look at all of the different industries that each one of these are partnered with, and you will see how much money is about to be injected into these markets. It's
so if you're driving, you can't read the thing here. You got XRP, XLM, which is Stellar, Quant, XDC, Algorand, Cardano, Hedera Hashgraph, IOTA, and then you can add Ondo in there as well. And there are more than these 8.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of them are not even talked about, but they're still doing really big things. Algo, we don't really talk about Algo very much on the show, but Kyle, our other founder, is very, very bullish on Algo. And if one does well, they all will.
Yeah. AI and real world assets, we've said for probably a year now, those are the narratives that are gonna run this cycle, we believe. All right, let me get back over here. All right, let's talk. I did want to share this. This is nice.
AI, damn.
Yeah, we'll move on to that here in just a second.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
Link, Ondo, SWI, and SEI are all on the same team.
Wow.
Interesting. That's this right here. This is for you, ICE. Chainlink is a good railroad. Just my opinion.
For those of you guys that don't know, Chainlink is quite literally partnered with almost every single crypto project. They're basically like each, it's essentially the plumbing of all crypto. It allows everything to kind of interact and move through. Massive projects. SWI, big into gaming, and Ondo tokenizing the stock market. So put all 3 of those together and draw your own conclusion. But that's bullish to me.
HBAR, baby.
Another alien.
Dude, no kidding.
Crypto's alien technology. I'm not gonna stop beating this dead horse.
Yeah, here we go. Hedera is positioning itself as invisible infrastructure for the new economy, says co-founder Mance Harmon. Hedera aims to run quietly in the background, powering apps, payment, and data without users even realizing it. We have said for years that crypto will be mainstream when people are using it and don't realize they're using it. You have no idea how your email works. You just type in email and click send. Do you need to have a degree in information technology or computer programming to send an email? Absolutely not. Will you need to understand blockchain or hash graphs or cryptocurrencies in order to use them? Absolutely not. And when we get there, we are at mass adoption.
And that's when the retail market comes in, and that's when we see massive price explosions. Right now, what we're seeing is over-the-counter trading that doesn't move the price from these big institutions and governments that are quietly buying it while everyone else is panicking.
Once all the people have positioned themselves appropriately and bought from their buddies over the counter and not paid retail price, once everybody's positioned where they want to be, then they'll let the retail price run.
You think Trump's going to let his son lose $200 million that he has in crypto right now? Probably not.
Yeah. But here we go. The Dell white paper. You may have heard of Dell. They've been around for a little bit, little computer company. They put HBAR at the center of their trusted AI. Dell's been working on AI for decades. Yeah, now it's been anchored to Hedera's public ledger.
Just think about that. Dell is one of the biggest computer companies in the world. You don't have to explain what Dell is and everybody recognizes it, everybody's familiar with it.
If you are watching YouTube, you know what Dell is.
Exactly. And what's crazy to me is with all of the competition for AI, Dell obviously has money and they probably want to build the best one that they can. All these companies are building AI and they chose HBAR. Think about that. And a lot of other companies have chose HBAR. And it's not, you don't just throw around billions of dollars at something.
So we've established that you don't have enough Ondo, and now we're going to establish that you don't have enough HBAR.
Yeah, the FOMO is real today, guys. The panic buying is real today.
Here's some more. This is from All In Crypto, Rupert All In Crypto. He had a great video this morning just about. He actually laid out how I think a couple of years ago, he actually charted out the gold and silver explosions and was just kind of patting himself on the back, as he should. He called it a couple of years ago that gold was going to do what it's done over the weekend, which, so hey, if you're making those, he's a great TA guy. So go watch him for technical analysis. But great video this morning. Very, very hopeful and optimistic. A lot of hopium. But this is his comment. Hedera Hashgraph is highlighted in Dell's paper titled Dell and EQTY, Verifiable Computer. I don't know what he's going for. Trusted AI. Overview of how HBAR is utilized within verifiable compute. Okay, that must be a specific thing. A recommended service includes the Hedera Enterprise Grade Tokenization Service. Hedera is in the tokenization game, which offers transparency and security benefits of a private ledger. Guys, Hedera is,
dare I say, unhackable.
What's the cyber crypto security, cybersecurity? I don't know what word I was looking for there. But anyway, I want to pull this up here. Verifiable compute, blah, 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 blah. That's what that is. Registration on Hedera Consensus Service. I'm sure you can read this, but here, we need to go back to this. All right, I need that. Move the thing. Dang it.
Tuesdays are worse than Mondays.
Yeah, they really are.
But yeah, guys,
all right, so let's see. Verifiable compute can be registered on chain to create an independent block timestamp proving when a computation occurs. This is critical for verifying the timing of computations relative to known hardware exploits and ensuring the proper patches are applied. So great. They can they're time stamping things on the blockchain so that they can go back and go, here's where something happened. All right, where's the exploit? What do we need to fix? This is exactly when something changed. All right, cool. Fix that.
And this doesn't seem critically important right now, but it's only going to be more relevant as we move into the future.
Quantum security is the word I was looking for.
Yeah, that's why I was bringing up, because I'm like, I think he was trying to mention quantum protection. But
Thank you.
Quantum computing is just around the corner, and it does threaten blockchain in certain ways, and people are nervous about it. And every crypto project is going to have to adapt to that. And the reason HBAR is one of my favorite projects is, most of you guys know I'm a big computer guy, and it's been a concern of mine for a while too. So HBAR being prepared for that, I think, is probably a big part of the reason that Dell decided to go with them.
Sure. This verifiable compute, verifiable compute, I don't know if either one, can further authenticate AI products by tokenizing data, models, and agents on the Hedera token service. This enables us to create non-fungible records, important, of custody and ownership across the AI information supply chains. AI information supply chains. Interesting. That is an interesting phrase.
It's
and we know Dell's on the governing council.
Oh yeah, they're in bed with them too. So not just BlackRock. So they got a whole.
So again, you don't own enough HBAR.
HBAR $5. That's my price prediction.
This is the CEO of Circle saying that in 3 to 5 years, literally billions of AI agents will use crypto and stablecoins to transfer value at lightning speed. Guys, AI.
That's the narrative.
AI tokenizations. I don't know what to tell you. All right, what else I got for you?
I know I'm nervous too, man.
Okay, I think that's actually. Oh, did you want to go into this? You posted it in our thing here. Joe Rogan from 2016.
Guys, you know I love a good Joe Rogan clip. But this is an old clip. This was from 2016, and I did want to just like quickly explain. We're not going to watch the whole thing, and you can go check out the link if you guys want to. He totally called what is happening right now, 10 years later.
Hang on, I got to switch over to sound. Give me 1 second. We don't normally do sound because sometimes it messes up.
And it's interesting to hear Joe Rogan's take on crypto too, because I'm almost certain that he probably owns some after this interview.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to mute.
Problem is, we are going to a digital currency society where cash will be gradually eradicated, either through non-use or a lot of countries and a lot of governments are trying to actively ban it. So they're putting limits on how much you can use cash. Say, $1,000, and if it's more than $1,000, using cash is illegal. When we go to the society, we have to really think about the implications. Do we want a society in which our digital money is under complete surveillance and complete control, where if you go to the wrong protest, or if you support the wrong political campaign, or if you make a payment to the wrong person or receive money from the wrong person, suddenly your money disappears. It's no longer yours anymore. It's frozen, it's seized, it's gone. And someone has control of that. Corporations, banks, governments, and in most cases, there is no difference between corporation, bank, and government, right? And so that's one scenario. And the other scenario is one in which individuals control their money. And it is digital money, but it's digital cash like Bitcoin, where you can pay an individual from one person to another, just like I can with cash today, without any other party getting involved. What really strikes me as amazing is that we've gotten used to this idea so quickly, which is that we no longer pay people. We no longer pay people directly. The less we use cash, the more we pay people through a corporation, right? So from tipping your valet to tipping your taxi driver to tipping wherever, tipping is pretty much the last remaining part of our society where cash is used to pay from one person who is not an incorporated entity to another person who is not an incorporated entity. Everything else you have to pay through a corporation, whether it's a bank, right? Whether it's Venmo, whether it's PayPal, whether it's any of those things. And we've gradually gotten used to this environment where we can't pay another person unless there's a corporation involved. And that's astonishing to me. And as cash disappears, that then becomes a final fact, that every single payment in your life will be from you to a corporation.
And that corporation takes a piece of that, every single thing.
And not just that, it doesn't just take a piece, it also controls and surveils and monitors your use. And if you violate the terms and conditions, you are destitute.
Wow.
So the issue is not what we have today versus the digital currency of the future or Bitcoin or whatever. It's both futures are digital currency, and in both futures, cash will no longer exist. That is inevitable. We are going down that road, and now we have to choose. Do we go to the digital cashless society of corporate control over money with the complete and total merging of corporate and state money, where instead of having separation of state and money, you have the merging of state and money and corporation and money, where your money is branded money. You have Chase dollars, you have Goldman Sachs dollars, you have Coca-Cola dollars, right? You have money that is controlled by a corporation. Or do we go down the other future, where we have money that is basically an internet protocol that is completely global, that any person can pay any person, they meet in the streets without any corporations getting involved, just from me to you, digital cash. And that's really it's a less optimistic view, because I'm fully aware of what the other future is, and it's already playing out. And it is in my opinion, a very dangerous future.
It literally gives me goosebumps, because this guy called it absolutely 10 years before it happened, and he is absolutely right.
He said you will have Coca-Cola dollars, you will have JP Morgan dollars. Like, they're making their own stable coins.
RLUSD, Tether's new coin. It's happening before
corporations are making their own dollars. Now, are they making them on their own platforms? Nope. Once again, don't own the coal, own the railroad. Don't.
But
No, I was going to make another metaphor, but that's not nearly as good. So go ahead.
No, but again, guys, whether you like it or not, this is what's happening. You know, I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with everything being tracked, but I want to protect my money. I think anybody does. You know, nobody wants a corporation stealing their money from them. That's why people still like tips, because they're not reported. So just like he said, we have a choice to make. You know, we can either be slaves to the companies that control these projects, or we can go decentralized. And there are still crypto projects that allow for privacy, like Monero and Zcash. So I think we went down the right road. But that being said,
is Tornado Cash illegal?
I think, I'm not sure, to be totally honest. I think using a mixer is illegal in certain states. But again, guys,
I'm just saying,
there are ways to.
If it's not illegal, it is by de facto legal. And so, anyway, I'm not going to go any further down that road.
How do you know that, JC?
I don't. I'm asking, but I'm definitely not going to follow that logic through to its conclusion on a live stream that's recorded forever.
But Crypto Daniel, yes, that's a great point. They're building the rails for the railroad right now. The railroad is being built. Eventually, everything is going to run on it. So we're just waiting for that to happen at this point.
Yep, and we'll see. We'll see how things. You know, the beautiful thing about this video is the fact that we can look back on it in 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, forever, and go, "Hey, yeah, that JC3 really was a moron." He titled himself correctly. He was a moron.
Oh my god, it's an exciting time to be in crypto right now, guys, because prices are down. It could not be more bullish right now, and this is one of the biggest financial opportunities that we've ever seen, especially in my lifetime. So I am very excited to see where all this goes.
Yep, and hopefully it just means, you know, we the little people have a chance to just not be peasants and serfs.
See, that's funny to me because I'm 5'4", so I'm definitely a little people.
Yeah, when it comes to bank accounts, we're all the little people.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the paradigm shift when this all comes out, because any person I talk to about crypto, they either don't understand it or they have very, very negative opinions of it. So it's going to be interesting to see when everyone's using it, how quickly people transition. Because when a government tells them it's okay, or a corporation, the little sheep are ready to follow.
I don't think they'll tell them. I think they'll just do it and try and make it as normal and as seamless as possible. People won't even realize they're doing it, so they won't know that they missed the opportunity.
That's a great
That's
point.
right. If XRP does go to 10K, I will not be a little person financially anymore. But I expect a lot of people won't be.
But hey, I mean, people are selling right now. It's very easy to get scared and panicked out of the market, and that's again a big reason why we try to do the show. Is we want to keep you guys informed in what's going on, and so you guys can make informed decisions on what you're doing while also doing your own research and lead the horse.
We'll happily gather what information we find interesting and give it to you as a single data point for you to gather and make your own decisions. Because we understand everyone cannot look up everything. There's not enough hours in the day for you to study everything. Obviously, today we looked at Ondo and HBAR because they're in the news, but there's a bunch of other projects that are great. Link, XRP, XDC, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Render. I mean, like all of the Zcash, Eminent. Like there's so many projects we can't know them all, and we definitely can't talk about them all in 48 minutes. So,
but we did rate the top 50 of them in one of our other videos. So
there's like a video on that. Yeah, we'll have to check on that soon. See how we're doing.
If you guys want to learn a little bit more about some of these other projects, we do have a couple videos on our top 5 projects. If you don't have time for a 2-hour video, but we did break down the top 50 coins and the ones that we're looking at in some of our other videos. So if you guys want to take a look at that, a lot of good information out there. But it is going to pay off to stay educated on what is happening right now, because this is not a small thing. This is literally a financial revolution for the entire world, and a technology that is going to change things in a way that the internet did. I cannot stress this enough.
Yep. This is life-changing technology. This is a fundamental shift in the way something that has been done one way for a long time, money specifically, is fundamentally changing. So, I mean, I would argue that this is at least as fundamental a change as when the United States went off the gold standard, if not more.
Yeah, there's reasons they did what they did, but they screwed money up. That's really the takeaway, and this is the solution to that. And money's manipulated. People say all the time, money is the root of all evil. So if we can fix
the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, I like that distinction too, because again, it's the money's helpful, but obsessing over
money.
it.
Money is an inanimate object that is gathered to buy and sell things. It's not any more good or evil than any other specific thing. Ice, what is the HBAR swap? Do you mean HBAR and sauce?
Oh, what's the pool at for sauce? He meant sauce, not swap.
That's why I assume that's what he meant. Let me switch over and I'll check.
I think it's 14% last time I checked. But yeah, pull it up.
Pools, yeah. Let me get there.
A bank gives you 0.01% just for the comparison.
Oh man, I need to move over to the USDC HBAR pool. It's currently at 71%.
Yeah, because USDC is
Sauce HBAR is at 12.79%. But yeah, the USDC that's a V2. That's why.
So essentially, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, just real quick before we sign off, what a bank does with your money is they take it and lend it out to other people. Essentially, that's what this platform is. You're taking your assets, you're lending them out to other people, and you're getting interest. You are becoming your own bank and taking back the money that the banks are stealing from you quite literally every day.
So the V1 pool is about 12.79%. Let me see what else I got here.
I'm not connected on my wallet, I don't think, but I can pull up the.
So USDC HBAR on the V1 is 13.37. HBAR and PAC right now is getting 15%. It looks like HBAR pack is actually, oh no, HBAR and Steam token is 22%. So what this means, guys, if you want to if you want to stake into a liquidity pool, that means you have to put an equal amount of two different tokens into the staking pool, and you generate an APY or APR, sorry. And so, like I said, Sauce and HBAR is giving you 12.79% APR. If you, let's say you put in $100 of Sauce and $100 worth of HBAR, you have to put in the same amount, and you stake them, and then you get rewarded at 12.79% APR.
I guess my internet's on dial-up today. I hit the wrong pool. Yeah, guys. So if you want to check it out, there's a ton of different pools on here, and you can stake at each one. But there's a lot to get in here, so we won't dive too deep into it. But there are lots of different pairs that you can use, and some of these APYs, guys, it's disgusting. I mean, the percentages are just much more than you'll get from traditional staking or anything. It's also a little bit more risky. So, maybe we'll do a video on liquidity staking and stuff. But 42%, 95%. I mean, this is a risky one. I wouldn't personally be in this pool, but there is serious opportunity for you to long term hold these assets and do very well. So
here, just for grins and giggles, let me show you this. Okay, so you can get 12% if you stake your if you put in an equal amount of HBAR and Sauce. Okay, well, what if I just put my money in a Chase Bank savings account?
What's Chase's current? Yeah. Oh God. Oh. Oof.
Chase savings 0.01% APY. Oh, Chase Premier. Like if you bump up 0.01 to 0.02. You mean I can double if I join the Premier?
Guys, that's not. Think about how little of a percentage.
That's 1/100th of 1%.
They don't even want you to have 1%.
So quick math. So I got, let's see, 1, 2, and
math is
12.
hard.
1,200 times, not 1,200%, 1,200 times more interest.
And again, not everyone's comfortable keeping their assets in staking, especially if it's a speculative project. But you can quite literally take US dollars and put it into US dollar coin, which is the same thing, and get between 4 and 7% on it.
Let's do this.
There is literally no reason to keep your money that you are trying to make money on in the bank, because you can just keep it in US dollar and still make way more. Look at that. Just on cash, it's 4%, not crypto, not US dollar coin, cash. You're getting 4% on.
Guys, that's just if you keep your cash on Coinbase versus keeping it in your Chase Bank.
The decision is yours. But if my money's going to sit somewhere, I want it to be growing.
Let me see. You could buy ETH. Do they have staking? ETH is earning less than cash right now. What about if I go in here? USDC. Okay, so it's USDC that's earning 3.5%.
Oh, okay, excuse me.
If you want to lend out your USDC, you can earn almost 4%. Yeah, guys, like,
you work for money, so make your money work for you. That's the biggest takeaway.
I don't know. So we've talked for almost an hour. We should stop.
I know, right? It was a good show, though, man. We had a lot to talk about. There's a lot to be excited about, guys.
I hope that us learning something live is helping you learn something as well. Do the algo stuff for us if you would. Smash the like, smash the dislike if you think we're a bunch of idiots. Just give us a thumbs down. Tell us in the comments how stupid we are and how wrong we are. We love it. We'll respond. We're not, we'll engage with you. We don't care. Yeah.
We're still the last video we're still recovering from. So we appreciate the comments, guys. Seriously, we are so close to being able to really do a lot more with the channel, and it's all because of you guys. So we seriously huge shout out to all our community members. If you guys want to learn more or hang out with some absolute degenerates and maybe win some free crypto, hop into the Discord. There is a lot in there, but that's where we usually hang out most of the time. So thank you guys so much again. JC, always a pleasure.
I'll get tickets tomorrow, Ice. That's what I'm going to say.
Leave the man alone.
Get off my back. Yeah. Ladies, gentlemen, pink and purple dragons, I hope you have a wonderful day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages and wallet sizes. Is that Reptire's thing? I love it.
That's great. Love it.
I love it. All right. Chompy, take us home. We'll see y'all in the funny papers. Have a great Tuesday.